Okay, this is a question from your worksheet. It is number 10, and it starts with 200 kilogram, 10 meter long plank is suspended by 2 ropes as shown in the figure. And there's a man standing. He has 85 kilogram, and the plank itself is 200 kilograms. So if this is 200 kilogram, it's gonna be 2000 Newton, and the man is 85 kilogram, it's gonna be 850 Newton. So the whole thing is total 10 meters, and the question is, if the man is standing 3 meters from the center, so this distance is 3 meters, determine the tension in each rope. So we're going to determine T1 and T2. The question is very similar to the extra credit question on the test, and I just graded your test and no one touched this question. So I want you to review this question, and hopefully when we do tomorrow corrections, you can solve it on your own. So when you have that kind of question, if it is 10 meters, the center of mass for the plank is going to be in the center. So you have to choose your pivot point for this question. You can choose T1 or T2. It doesn't matter. But once you choose that point, that tension is going to be neglected because it is going through the pivot point. So you don't have to worry about it. But the other tension will do the work. Let's say I picked T1 at the beginning of T1 as my pivot point. So T2 will try to turn this stick that direction, and the mass of the stick and the mass of the guy will try to turn it the other direction. And if everything is stable, everything is in equilibrium, it means that they're equal. So that torque is equal to the other torques. So how do you write that? It means that T2, which is your tension, times the length of the plank is equal the mass of the plank times the distance is going to be 5 meters because this is the center of mass. So this is going to be 5 meters. Mg times 5 meter plus the little mg times, if it is 3 meters to the center, it means that it is 2 meters to my pivot point. It's going to be 2. So all I need to do is plug everything in. So this is going to be 2000 times 5 plus 850 times 2. And then you're going to do the math. It's going to be 10,000 here plus 0.017, and then T2 times 10. So T2 times 10 is equal, this is 1,700 and this is 10,000. So it's going to be 11,700, and then you have to divide both sides by 10. So T2 is equal 1170 Newton. So this is T2, right? So you still need T1. What would you do? First of all, equation means upward forces is going to be equal to downward forces, right? So what are the upward forces? Upward forces are T1 plus T2. What are the downward forces? Big mg and then small mg. So I know T2, 1170. I know the mass of the plank, which is 2000, and I know mass of the man times gravity 850. So if you do the math, it is going to be 2,850 and T1 plus 117. So all you need to do, you're going to subtract both sides, 117, and then you can figure out T1 as well. That's going to be 8, 6. So here's my T1. So when you add T1 and T2, which is upward forces, should be equal to downward forces, okay? If you try to solve the exact same question from T2 is your pivot point, you will end up finding T1 here, and then you will go over again, upward forces should be equal to downward forces, equilibrium, first condition, okay? I hope this helps. Thank you.